Hi, and welcome to Dad is a Joke. And today I want to talk about Atari is not dead. Plain and simple. Atari is not dead. Lately, in the video game journalistic society or websites or what have you, the brilliant minds behind all that are stating that Atari is dead. God, I wish these people would actually do some homework. Do you know what I mean? Like, look into what you are saying. I'm going to call out a couple of websites here that did not do their proper homework, or you know, do any type of journalistic work to get the information right and get the news out right. Okay, first of all, Tom's Hardware. Absolutely pathetic article about that Atari was dead. Now I'll explain why it's not dead in a little bit. IGN. I respect IGN like crazy, but for them to put out crap like this, come on. It's unacceptable. Tech Power Up. Another place. Totally destroying Atari again without doing homework or any type of journalistic digging to find the truth. Just blatantly saying bullshit just to get clicks. All it is clickbait, guys. I hate to say it. And then the only people who actually did a proper job of reporting this was GameSpot. So check out GameSpot's article to find out the truth. Don't read all the other crap. Okay? Yes, I know. I am an Atari fan. I'm not a fanboy, but I grew up with Atari. I like Atari. I was skeptical at first when the Atari VCS was first announced way back when, and they had all kinds of problems bringing it out to market. But after myself doing some homework and checking things out, I noticed that, you know what? They're putting out some pretty good games. Their system is not that bad. It actually does a really good job. Hell, you can even use it as a computer if you want to. And what other console can do that? I don't think any of them would. So, guys, especially I'm talking to the journalists out there. If your editor gives you something that you're not crazy about, or if it's not the latest, you're not writing about the latest, Call of Duty, and you get assigned this Atari thing, just because you hate the job, you don't have to poo-poo on it. Do your freaking job. That's what you hired there. You're supposed to write stories, and they have to be true and concise stories, not lies and bullcrap. Atari's definitely not dead. Everybody jumped on the news that Atari was planning on. Everybody misinterpreted actually the company report, thinking that Atari was going to cancel their hardware, that they weren't going to build any more Atari VCS. That's the farthest from the truth. If anybody actually can understand business talk, because the whole thing is all business talk. I didn't understand it at the beginning, but once somebody explained it to me, I understood. What they're doing is they're not going to be using. They dumped their current manufacturer of the Atari VCS. Now, if you're paying too much to make a device or a product or anything like that, and you find out there's another company that's willing to make it cheaper for you, where you can take the savings, pass it along to the consumer, right? Then also make up a plan to sell this worldwide. It's a win-win situation, A, for Atari, and it's B, for the consumer. Because Atari can sell it cheaper and sell more, and at the same time, us consumers get a deal. I mean, it's that easy. You just have to do a little bit of homework to figure that out. But everybody went off the hook. They went nuts. Atari's going out of business. They're dead. Like, what does everybody have against Atari? Like, I don't get it. Just because it's not PlayStation or an Xbox or Nintendo, that everything else is shit. Like, honestly, something, you got to give smaller companies a chance to innovate, to bring something new. If it turns out to be bad, so be it. It's bad. But it's not. It's actually very good. They've done a good job up to now. Like, seriously, guys, you got to start doing some homework. Like, who's hiring these people? Who doesn't even do any type of journalistic digging. Okay, fine, you're not working for the New York Times, but still, do a little bit of work. Just because you work at a video game, what's it called, website or whatever, and you think you're going to be playing video games all day and whatever, and just maybe writing a few things. No, dude, it's work. You still have to do some work. Do you understand? You got to do work. You can't just write crap about things. Like, it's so frustrating, especially now that, Atari released the Atari 50th anniversary celebration by Digital Eclipse, which was, everybody went nuts over this piece of software. And it's about the history of Atari. But when we look at the Atari at the company, no, it's shit. They're going out of business. They're crap. They shouldn't even exist. Like, come on. Really? Atari was out way before all you dumbasses were even born. A lot of us old timers here have been around from the beginning and saw the whole thing. I mean, I've been playing video games since the 70s. I played everything. PC gaming, PlayStation, Xbox, you name it. I've played everything. But there is a place for Atari, plain and simple. There is a place for Atari. It's a great little system if you want to just fire up, play some quick sort of arcadey games or even some really cool indie games and call it a day. It's perfect for that. If you want a long, drawn-out adventure game, by all means, get your most powerful machine and play it with all the freaking graphics, because as we know, graphics doesn't make the game realistically. I've seen games with amazing graphics and they were shit. So you got to understand. You can't just blankly, just because you hate something or you don't like it or you don't believe in it, doesn't mean you have the right to fucking shit all over it. Okay? Get some backbone. Do some homework. Figure things out. Jesus. Anyways, that's my rant. This is That Is a Joke. If you hate this video, please hate it. If you hate what I said, make a freaking comment. But if you agree with me, please like, please subscribe. Check out my website at datisajoke.com. Got an yeah. Got an online trying to end this video and I'm getting a frog in my throat. So That Is a Joke. I got an online store with retro stuff on there. And I'm working on a new retro gaming project that you can play on any computer and also on the Atari VCS. Anyways, you can check all that stuff there. So I'm expecting a lot of flack from this. I don't care. Honestly, I honestly don't. I'm too old for that bullshit. Anyways, take care, everybody. And I hope you have a good day. Take care.